Channel 47. We have now come up with a new source of energy, which is called cellulosic ethanol. Cellulosic ethanol is made from the structure of many plants, mainly just the cellulose of it. The different products that are used in this process are wood chips, switchgrass, and corn stover. The miles per gallon rating on E85 compared to gas is E85 gets around 18 miles per gallon in the city and 29 on the highway. But gas gets 14 in the city and 21 on the highway. And as for petroleum, it's not needed.
We are now here live with Avery Hinch, Appleton West baseball star. How you doing today, Avery?
Great.
That's good, Avery. I just was wondering if you know anything about cellulosic ethanol.
Not a thing.
Not a thing? Okay, well, cellulosic ethanol is a biofuel produced from wood, grasses, or non-edible parts of plants. What is cellulose ethanol used for?
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's used for an alternative fuel source. In your opinion, what do you think has better gas mileage, gas or E85?
Probably gas.
You're exactly right, Avery, but E85 is way healthier for the environment. Next question I would like you to ask is, wood chips are another example of cellulose ethanol. Do you know any others?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, another example of cellulosic ethanol is switchgrass, corn stover, and lawn products. Since you now know a little bit about cellulosic ethanol, how will you use it?
I plan on getting a car that would use E85, so it's healthier for the environment.
Perfect. Great answer. We are now here live with Nate Len and Chuck Foss. How are you doing today, guys?
Doing wonderful.
Yep. That's good. Today we're going to talk about cellulosic ethanol. Do you guys know anything about cellulosic ethanol?
Never heard of it.
I didn't think so. Well, cellulosic ethanol is a biofuel produced from wood, grasses, or non-edible plants or parts. What do you think cellulosic ethanol is used for?
Maybe like an alternative fuel source?
Great! You're exactly correct. In your opinion, what do you think has better gas mileage? Gas or E85?
Probably gas.
Yes, you're correct, but E85 is more healthier for the environment. Wood chips are an example of cellulosic ethanol. Can you think of any others?
Lawn products?
Correct. Totally correct. Since you now know a little bit about cellulosic ethanol, how will you use it?
Probably be buying a car in the near future that uses that so I can be more healthy to the environment.
Great. That was a great answer. We are now here live with Josh Aruba, Appleton West legend. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Josh. Do you know anything about cellulosic ethanol?
No, I don't, Danny. Tell me.
Okay, well, cellulosic ethanol is a biofuel produced from wood, grasses, or non-edible parts of plants. What is cellulosic ethanol used for, Josh?
Is it not used for dog treats and dog foods?
Not exactly. It's used for an alternative fuel source. In your opinion, Josh, what do you think has better gas mileage, gas or E85?
I'd probably say E85 because it sounds good.
Actually, it's gas. E85 is healthier for the environment, though. Wood chips are an example of cellulosic ethanol. Can you think of any others?
Purple wood chips?
No, not exactly. But lawn products are another example of cellulosic ethanol.
That was my second guess.
Good. We are now here live with Paul Felton, track star and great person. How are you doing today, Paul?
I'm good. How are you, Daniel?
I'm great, thank you. The first question we're going to ask you today is about cellulosic ethanol. Do you know anything about cellulosic ethanol?
Well, my career in chemistry before at the University of Wisconsin, I dabbled a little bit in it, but it's been a long time. Tell me about it.
Okay, well, cellulosic ethanol is a biofuel produced from wood, grasses, or non-edible parts of plants. What do you think cellulosic ethanol is used for, Paul?
Isn't that what comes out after you fart?
Not exactly, Paul. It is used for an alternative fuel source. In your opinion, Paul, what do you think has better gas mileage? Gas or E85?
Gas?
Exactly, Paul. Nice work. Wood chips are an example of cellulosic ethanol. Can you think of any others?
Hockey sticks?
Not exactly, Paul. But another example of cellulosic ethanol is switchgrass. Since you know a little bit about cellulosic ethanol, how will you use it?
Instead of using gas in my cars, I'm going to use it in my car because it's better for the environment.
We are now here live with Seth the Great Justman. How are you doing today, Seth?
I'm doing great, Danny. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. We're going to talk about cellulosic ethanol today. Do you know anything about that?
Oh yeah, in my years of studying that as a cellulose ethanol major at the University of Harvard, I learned much about it, including that it is a biofuel created by plant cellulose, and it's a good biofuel.
Man, exactly. Great answer. Seth, what is cellulosic ethanol used for?
Well, cellulosic ethanol is an alternative fuel source to gasoline and natural gas, and it is just excellent at producing energy for anything you need.
That's a great answer, Seth.
Oh, thanks!
In your opinion, what do you think has better gas mileage, gas or E85?
Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize for the nosebleed. I got slapped by a Hooters waitress. But to answer the question, you would think that E85 might have better gas mileage, but gasoline truly gets better gas mileage. It is just not as clean for the environment.
Great answer, Seth.
Well, thank you.
Seth, in your studies at Harvard, you would know examples of cellulosic ethanol. What are some examples?
Well, there are many examples. One of them being wood chips. You can use that as biofuel. There are also like corn syrup is also an example.
Also, lawn products.
Products?
Products. Since you know a little bit about cellulosic ethanol, how are you going to use it?
Well, I'm thinking about getting a car that runs on wood chips to help the environment, since it burns cleaner and it's better for the environment than gasoline. It doesn't get better gas mileage for sure, but it's better for the environment.
Great answer, Seth. We already know that ethanol is more energy efficient than gas, but is it as effective as studies say?
I have no idea.
What do you think cellulosic ethanol is used for, Paul?
Isn't that when you fart? Isn't that what comes out?
What do you think cellulosic ethanol is used for, Josh?
Well, is it not used for dog treats and dog food?
No, not exactly. It's used for an alternative. Wood chips are an example of cellulosic ethanol. Wood chips are an example of cellulosic ethanol. Can you think of any others, Josh?
Brown wood chips?
That'd be correct, but